politics. That means bring your pen game, not your name. Bars I-95, Connecticut's #1 rap hip-hop platform. If you're just now tuning into the show, I'm going to need you to press that subscribe button. I appreciate everybody that's been tapped in, top of the year. Appreciate all the love we've been getting. We're going to keep this thing going. Every now and then, we get a veteran in the building that's really been holding the culture down for a while. You know what I'm saying? And still holding it down. Today, I got a very special guest in the building with me, Lady Luck.
Thank you, Sagittarius, brother, for that.
Sagittarius, sis.
Oh, you so sexy.
Listen, we're going.
How'd y'all start bars on 9-5? Like, how did this start?
It's usually the other way around.
Okay, no, I'm just saying, we was going to have fun with it.
So, to answer her question, I'm glad she asked that. Bars I-95, we dedicate this platform to try to push the culture forward as best as we can. A lot of times people come and take away from the culture. We want to come and bring to the culture. And that's why today's interview is special, because she's been through
hell,
everything in this hip-hop industry, from the beginning to the end, to her continuing on from where she is. And a lot of people, if you know hip-hop and you know how much and how long people don't last that long or this long. The fact that she's still here, it means a lot. So
it's torture.
You know, I wanted to catch up with you on a lot of stuff that you got going on.
Thank you.
You always like brand it up every time.
Yeah,
I see
so
you,
this is Cult.
Talk about it.
Yup, this is my guy, Jeremy. Got a dope clothing line, and they gave me some dope shit. This is Cult Individuality. I believe I'm saying it correctly. And they supply me with a lot of stuff. They got a dope clothing line. I think I repeated that twice. And shout out to them.
So she...
Oh, and shout out to High Spirit. They sent me this from London.
Fire.
Yeah, touch it.
Fire. It's real leather.
Nice, man. I'm going to get you one, man.
Fire.
This is nice.
That.
You get views over here. You deserve. You heard Mama D? You deserve.
So the reason why we had her on the show is, again, I watched your interview that you did with Jamal on the Godcast. You remember? With Jamal and the Godcast. Anyway, you did an interview with the Godcast.
My niggas.
Yeah, your niggas. And you mentioned in the interview, you were saying how you feel like you're the testimonial, you're the walking testimonial to the long
they said
story.
God wouldn't give you more than you could bear.
Right.
They think I'm strong.
Right, and I think that's important though. I think that's I held on to that line when you said it, because I think that's important in this time, this day and age. The younger cast that's coming into the industry, they don't really know what's going on. And the ones that think they know, they don't have no idea until they really step foot into this industry. You've been in it for so long, since a child.
Yeah,
right? You come from... Brief history about her, right? Before I go into this interview.
You making me sound old as hell.
No. I gotta do this right.
That's why I got the colorful hair.
Hold on, I gotta do this right. Brief background about her. She's been doing this since she was a child. She come from a music family, which now leading all the way up to age 16, 17, when you had a multi-million-dollar deal. Correct?
Right,
Def
Jam.
Jam.
Yeah.
Right, so let's grab it from there, because we could talk about your history since you was a kid for days.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Let's talk about from your first deal, right? And
okay.
The reason I want to do that is because a lot of these kids are looking to get their deals and go independent and all that stuff. You experienced that. Tell me, how was that experience like for you?
Well, if I can bring it all together for you, even talking about the past, like I feel like when J. Cole was like, he's a part of everybody's generation, I really feel like that's me, because like I am growing up hip hop. I am loving hip hop. Like, I don't care who they put on these shows. That is me. Like, I was a child when my mother was promoting Rapper's Delight. And I saw people like Missy Elliott before she blew, and Elgin, who became Genuine. Wow. And like, I'm from that, when all of these people were coming around, and I'm a kid and I'm seeing these people as I grow up. Then I'm on Def Jam. So I'm still in high school, but I'm seeing like in my era, they didn't record on Pro Tools and that shit. Like they had reels. Like we went through hell. You had to say your verse the whole way through. It was no punching, and then I got to see that era. So, and I'm respected by so many people who are legendary in the game, and they follow me, and it's just so weird. And then it's like the new kids, they fuck with me, and they follow me. So like I really be feeling like I'm in between it all, and I got signed to Def Jam when I was in high school. Great time. It was very educational. I learned so much. They spent so much money, but it was like it was no room for me, because at the time they really had like A&Rs, and people have to like put your album together. It's not like what you guys do now. You do your music in your closet, you put it out, and you got 1 million views on your Instagram. It was none of that. Like I literally from the dinosaur era, but a child in the dinosaur era. So it was like if the Source magazine's not doing it, Double XL is not doing it, nobody knows who you are.
Right.
You know, and it just so happened that the Source magazine followed me for 12 months. So I was actually like the first reality show. You know what I mean? So, and I'm the first rapper to have 10 pages in the New Yorker magazine. But
Talk your shit,
no, I started female battle rap. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know sometime. But it was like, you know, it's such a different era. So what I would tell the kids nowadays is you have to like believe in yourself amongst above all everything else, because everybody, they get to see my struggle. Like you see me on Instagram, you can scroll back if you got time, y'all be doing it, and see the money wasn't good, and I was never one to front on my gram like things is doing better than, like, this is me, you love me, you fuck with me, so this is why you here. I never been one to get the Benzes and all that other crazy shit. I kept it real with people, and I tried to jump off the bridge October 11th, 2018.
Oh, let's bring it back.
I gotta bring it everywhere.
Yeah,
Nigga, you gonna let me talk? You give me Patron. This is what's gonna happen.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is what's gonna happen. So, but I say that with such confidence to say that that day I did jump, because mental health is so important, especially in the colored community, and we do not pay attention to it. We do not talk about our pain. We do not talk about our PTSD. All we do is act like we all good all day, every day. And I just came to a point in my life because it was like, I was overwhelmed. I was drowning, but I was drowning myself with worry, with thoughts, with different thoughts, negative thoughts. Like, I literally used to think nobody's fucking with me. Right. And nobody was fucking with me. Right. But then when I started to think everybody's fucking with me, look at my page. Everybody's fucking with me. It's all about what you program in your mind. So, like, if you guys just watch my journey and watch where I've been and watch where I'm going, like I am, to bring it back to what you said, like I am living it in front of your face, that if you do not give up, it gets brighter, you know? And I'm not gonna act like this, you know, the sun is all the way out. It's not as dark as it was. It was a thunderstorm, but
just to add to that, right?
Chance of clouds.
And the testimonies, just to add to that, right? What makes her story even more unique and special to our platform is because, again, she signed a multi-million-dollar deal at the age 16, 17. She was recognized from your freestyle, right?
Yeah, I had rapped on Hot 97.
Right, so she did I think it was, I don't know what the segment was called.
Look at you, he's dope. He's dope.
I don't know what the segment was called at that time. But anyway, so her freestyle, this is how important freestyles are, right? She killed it. She bodied all the callers that called in that week, right? Was it a week?
Yo, this guy.
Like back to back?
This guy, he might get something tonight.
Anyway, so she killed everybody that called in back to back that week. And at the end of that week, you started getting noticed by a lot of people.
It was a crazy week. I went from being, I'm not gonna say nobody, because like living in New Jersey, and especially in Bergen County, all the celebrities live out there when they move from across the bridge. So it's like on my 17th birthday, I was at Lil' Kim's house. But I ain't had no traction. I just rapped for them. They like, okay, cool.
She had bars.
Yeah, and then that was on my birthday, so that's December 7th. Then by Christmas, I was kicking it with Lil' Kim and them that whole month. Then by Christmas, I ain't hear nothing from them. Then in January, that's when I called the radio station, and now Lil' Kim is calling back. Now every record label is calling, and nigga, I sat with Puff Daddy. I was like, shit. We're still on welfare.
So let's talk about that, right? Because in a funny way, that's happening now. Mm-hmm. Right, when a young artist get lit, because it comes.
Right,
you're gonna get that moment where you're at the peak of your career.
Right,
not even the peak, but you're lit.
Right,
and everyone is gravitating towards you because you're the new thing coming. Right, and it's the decisions that you make at that time that's important. And if you don't, those decisions, if you don't make the right decision, things go left or right at that point, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about one unique thing that I want the kids to pay attention to, right? On the new artists, new rappers. You had a moment where Chris Lighty was going to manage you, right? He offered
you did
to
a
manage you.
lot of your research. I love you.
So those of you who don't know who Chris Lighty is, he was behind a lot of people.
Violator.
Nas, he was the management for Violator.
Yeah.
Did Nas, I think 50 Cent, Ja Rule. Mm-hmm. He did so many legends. He has so many legends, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, right? Because the decisions you made at that time.
I made horrible decisions. I made horrible decisions because, for one, I was a child. Right. And
which a lot of these niggas are. That's why.
Right. But I came from a different upbringing. You know what I mean? I lived a very sheltered life. Like we're not gonna get into all that other crazy shit. But I made a lot of horrible decisions because I didn't know better as a child. So when I'm on Def Jam and Kevin Lyles calls you in the office and tells you, yo, me and Chris think it's best for Chris to manage you.
Crazy.
I'm loyalty all the way, so I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stick with my guy who doesn't give a fuck about me because, you know, I'm with him already. You know what I mean? Right. So, I mean, that's one of the things that I definitely wish that, because I don't do any wishes. Whatever the universe had for me in the way that I'm on the path that was set for me, you know, but that's one of the things that I take as a compliment. Shout out to Chris Lighty, Mike Lighty, you know, Dave Lighty, good people. Timbaland wanted to executive produce my album. I didn't say no. But, you know, just to know that so many people who I admire and respect saw talent in me and saw that I am, you know, the shit, and they wanted to work with me is a blessing.
So I wanted you to lightly talk about that because I know you stuck. You was a real one who stuck to what you grew up knowing. Mm-hmm. This is who my loyalty is to. In the business world, is a little bit different.
Yeah,
right?
And I had to learn that because I had to learn that the hard way because I was loyal to people that weren't loyal to me, you know. But again, I'm a kid and I didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Things is different now, and plus the kids they grow up faster, they learn more, they learn faster now because of the internet and things of that nature. But like at that time, I thought my manager who I was with was the one, you know, and shout out James Ellis. He was managing Rockwilder, Redman, and them at the time. But no offense, James, my nigga. But if I was,
he's no Chris Lighty. No disrespect. But Chris Lighty is Chris
and he
Lighty.
know that.
Right. So it's important that you guys hear this particular part of the story because it's one of those things that these new rappers they deal with. Mm-hmm. They come in the industry and they pop like this, you know, microwave.
Yeah, of course.
They pop crazy, and the dudes that they came up with is they mans, they bros, they boys, and they have loyalty to them. But there's a part of the business that you have to pay attention to make savvy decisions.
I'm not mad at that because that formula has worked for so many different people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even Wayne with Mac Main and. You know, the whole quality control. There's different labels and crews where that has worked for. Right. I didn't come up with the guys who was managing me. Like I got signed to Def Jam, and at the EPMD video shoot, they introduced me to James Ellis, and he said, "Yo, you need a manager," and that was it. He was my manager. You know what I'm saying? I was 17 years old. I don't know left from right. You know, but of course I know different now, and I know better now. But at the time, it was like. You know, I'm rolling who's rolling with me. I'm a very loyal person, you know, and that has definitely, everybody's always screaming about loyalty, but I tell you, loyalty's fucked me up more than anything else. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm with you, Jay. Know what I'm saying?
Now, as far as your experience, like after that, so in between that, and obviously, like you said, a lot of money was being spent, a lot of things was happening. Your process as you went through it, is it cool we talked about what kind of deal it was?
Yeah, no, not a problem. I had an amazing record deal, and they don't give these out anymore. I don't remember the exact terms.
Wasn't a 360 deal?
No, hell no. 360 didn't even exist at that time.
Right, what kind of deal was it?
It was a 5-album deal. At the time, I was getting, I think, $1.25 an album. That's what the deal was, and that was like amazing at that time. I don't remember the exact details, but I know I had some great sharks on it. And Def Jam, they signed me in 30 days because what happened was they didn't want a bidding war. Because I had went to Bad Boy, I had went to Sony, Columbia. So there was different record labels who had wanted to work with me, but Kevin Lyles turned my ass out. You know, he promised me the world. So I'm like, I'm with you, Kevin. You know, and yeah, they was sending me car service and jackets and Jay-Z concerts. I'm with you, nigga. You know, I'm rolling with you. You know, so yeah.
But Kevin was that nigga back then, though.
Kevin's still that nigga today.
Right. What I'm saying is
Kevin been that nigga.
Looped up with Kevin at that time.
Oh, no, of course.
And your career was like crazy because he had so many other niggas.
I mean, I was on Def Jam at the peak of their career, so that is one of the reasons why it was difficult. See, what people don't understand is that you must have a team. There's always a team. There's no solo flights. There's no solo artists. You must have a team. And at the time, me and my squad, we were the blind leading the blind. And Def Jam, they were ahead of their time at this point because they were like more like a distribution company than a label.
Right.
So like with some labels, they hook you up with an A&R. When they gave me A&Rs, I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but man, fuck it, man. I'm grown as fuck.
Talk,
you know what I'm saying? They gave me DJ Enough. Now this is I don't want to get in trouble. Take this away from me. But DJ Enough was my A&R. Filet and Night was my A&R. They was giving me people.
Bunch of people. Random people.
I'm a be cool, but it was they didn't know what to do with the young, overweight, out of the closet gay chick before Ellen made it cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was on Def Jam. I took all the flights, and I went to all of the concerts, and I'm at all of the parties and things of that nature. But after a while, it was like, yo, when is my song gonna play?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I didn't really have direction because at the time, I made music before I got signed to Def Jam, but I got used to people going woo, wah, ha when I rap, and that's what Kevin and them love. So then that's what I focused more on.
Shit.
Yeah, but I make music, and people don't know that. Like, people call me a battle rapper. I'm like, nah, I'm just dope all around. Like, I write R&B, like nigga, pop, gospel, but they know me for that. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I became, like. And trying to appease everybody else and not actually finding my own sound. That's what I sort of envy about the artists today. Like, you get to develop your own sound, your own style. You put that out. Back then, these niggas just cut me a check. I'm gonna say whatever they want. You know what I mean? So that's where it got lost.
Now the thing is, you had an A&R. From if I'm not mistaken, A&R's job is to make sure you're putting the right things out and getting your packaging your project together, guiding you and helping guiding
put
you.
The album together. Yeah, artists and repertoire.
So was they not doing that, or they were just making you rap?
Nah. Enough, I love you. Filet, I love you. Nah, it was the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the first 6 to 8 months I got signed to Def Jam. I got signed because I was the dopest thing in New York City at the time.
Right.
So I got signed, and for 6 to 8 months, I'm on Def Jam for 2.5 years. For 6 to 8 months, I have no A&R. I'm a 17-year-old kid. Nobody's there, so we just rapping. Then we got DJ Enough. This his first A&R job.
Right.
He got to go to the morning show in the morning. That's when he was still on I-97, the morning show. We get in the studio. We don't know what the fuck to do. Look, just go rap. I'm an overweight bitch. Yo, I kill you when I shoot my gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then after Enough, he told me I didn't listen. What the fuck was you... I love you, E. So then E left, and then for 6 to 8 months, I didn't have an A&R again.
Right.
And then Filet and Night came in, and then I don't know what happened with that situation. And then for 6 to 8 months, I didn't have an A&R again. So it was like it's just me and my crew working on the album. And again, and it's not like what it is today.
Right.
So it's so much easier now today. I love you, bitch. Hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like back then, 16 bars is really like 180 bars, so it was like I said, definitely a learning experience. But the way that the music industry was set up back then, it was like
a little bit different.
A lot different, a lot different. I don't even know if A&Rs existed
more. That whole like artist development we had, like I watched, like I was tuned into all that. The era I grew up in, that existed. There was like artist management, artist development, all of the particulars that was important. That still should be. I think they should use that even more now than they ever did.
Bro, let me tell you how disgusting it is. I ain't gonna say my man's name. I got a close friend of mine. He called me up. Yo, look, I just got a deal at Universal. I'm in the building now. I'm like, yes, I got artists. Shout out to Blue Diamond. She's super dope. Let's do this deal. He started, energy got a little funny. Then he was like, yeah, but you know what the new wave is? These young kids want to take pictures at these labels now. So we could... Excuse me? So you want me... What is this low-class hustle you telling me about that everybody's paying to go up to the labels now just to take pictures, and you want me to be a part of this fuckery? Bro, I do all the music for Atlanta Housewives. I have no time to be gaming artists What are you getting, $100? Like, that's where we are as an industry now. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Blue Diamond is bad as fuck. She's doing world tours, DJing. I got numbers. I can show you everything. But my man telling me, let's find artists to take pictures in the lobby.
So listen, I see y'all niggas all the time on Instagram posting pictures in fucking... It has like Rock Nation photos in the back.
They paid for it.
Y'all gotta remember, like that's
disgusting.
That's why, like, it's important for someone like you, because you were on the inside. You're on the inside. You understand.
There's so much disgusting shit going on. Like, they charging these people for everything. A&Rs are not even interested in looking for talent anymore. Right. They looking for the come up, and that's dumb. Because shout out to people like Bimmy, who actually Bimmy ate off LL Cool J albums. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As Bimmy and Joe. Shout out Nikki, you know what I'm saying, Nikki. But there's people like you could make nice, good money off working on somebody's album and it blow up. But instead, these guys is chasing pennies. Like they doing these showcases. You know, there's nothing wrong with these showcases, but they're not really doing it to look for artists. Like they looking for the It's disgusting now because the A&Rs, they don't really have a job anymore. Their job is this.
Right. Shit on whoever the hot nigga
Yeah,
is.
yo, what's their numbers? What's their Instagram? And you can pay for all of that shit now. So while it's murky and while it's, a little, you can't validate everything that's going on nowadays, it's easier, but at the same time, it's less value.
So you see why I say it's important for us to talk about this stuff, right? Because there's people sitting outside right now that's out there right now just trying to they fighting to get into the industry. They fighting
I had to
get on.
learn, right? Because you gave me Patron, so I'm gonna be so honest with you. I had to learn because I got very frustrated when artists like Young Jeezy came out and they were different artists, and I love Jeezy. Mm-hmm. But I am a lyrical bitch. Right. Like, it'll take me 6 to 8 hours, maybe 2 days to write a verse. And the reason why, not because I'm not nice, I can sit here because I want my line to make sense. Like, the verse that I spit, couple faults from perfect, you probably didn't even hear that line, but imagine me saying that, bitch, I'm just a couple faults from perfect. You get what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, and that wasn't even a crazy line, but I'm just giving an example. But
it was a bar, though.
Yeah. Thank you. But nowadays it's like you don't even have to do that. Nobody is focused on that. Nobody's doing that. So it's different. I even lost where I was going with that whole, and I really try to pull it back too. I was like, where was I going with
Jeezy, Jeezy.
Oh yeah. So I got frustrated with the whole Jeezy thing because they like patty cake, microwave. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I didn't write rhymes for a minute. Right. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, nobody wants to hear this old lyrical shit. Right. And then with the new kids, as they started coming out, when the Migos first came out and everything, it was very difficult. I'm like, I'm not fucking rapping. Nobody will hear this shit. Right. But then one day it dawned on me, like, it's about the vibe. Right. Like, music nowadays is about how it makes you feel. It's not making, you don't want to sit down and read the lyrics and feel like you're, in school. Like my man said, you're like a dictionary. No, shut up. Don't be saying on my name.
I'm sorry.
But you heard that shit? Edit that out. That's my bitch. But it's about a vibe and energy now. And to be honest with you, I write better music now because it's so free. Right. There's no more boundaries. I don't have to sit here with the hottest 16 and a metaphor and every. I got songs where for 4 bars I'm just doing ad-libs. It's more freedom now.
So there's an important thing that you also have to mention, right? The time you were when you were like crazy barring people up crazy in the industry, you were on a label that had, I believe, LL Cool J was
peak.
on it.
When I tell you Def Jam was peak,
everybody was at
Jay-Z, DMX, Ja Rule. Okay, fine. You know what you do. Yeah, because they were, yeah. You right. So if you want to do it like that, now let me tell you what you just did. Let me tell you, you just brought it back to where we was at before, because remember I told you it was the blind leading the blind with me and my crew. We all in high school, we just coming out, and we're going up against Rockefeller, Murder Inc. You get what I'm saying?
Crazy.
These guys are there.
Crazy.
And then Irv even invited me to go to Murder Inc. at one time. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have those, but not to mention those, you have Foxy Brown, you have LL Cool J. Shout out to my man Jinx the Juvie. I don't know if
crazy.
You have Jinx the Juvie, you have Drew Hill, you have Ashanti, that whole thing over there. You have the whole
when Def Jam was at the peak.
Everybody. Bruh, everybody. So then I'm 17 years old, 18 years old. I'm the first gay rapper out. I mean, there's nobody out. Nobody know what to do with a pretty little boy.
Crazy. So I mentioned that because there's
overweight little boy.
At that time when you was doing what you're doing, even to this day, I don't want you to discourage my young rappers that's really...
I'm not trying to discourage nobody.
I don't want you to discourage my young rappers that's really putting the pen game on and doing their thing with the rap, right?
Can I clarify it?
Go ahead. Cause
let me clarify it. Now, what I meant to say is, because of everything that's going on, the beauty of the way that the world is set up right now is, do what Donald Trump did.
Don't do what Donald Trump did.
No, I'm not talking. Let's remove everything that we don't like about him. He found an audience, he appeased to them, and they gave him power. So you got your bars. What happens is, us rappers from a certain era or all together, we just want everybody to love us. We want to sell 1 million records. You have to love me right now. fuck that. You go find your 5,000 core fans. Because when those 5,000 people buy your 99-cent single, you got $5,000.
That's a fact.
Foreign change, minus with TuneCore, whoever you with is gonna do. Then when you go touring these places, these people are gonna pay you, and then those 5,000 people follow them. Like, damn, you like this nigga a lot. Let me see what's going on. Now you up to 10. You got to build from the ground up. You can't worry about the whole world. You got to worry, and that's something that I had to learn. I ain't know where the fuck I fit. You know what I'm saying? You got to find the people who you want to talk to, create the music that they want to hear, or even if it's you and you have people love Extension, you know, I'm sad too. I agreed with the depressing music because that's how I felt. That's what you find. You find the people who feel the way. Exactly. Fuck trying to please everybody else. They'll follow.
And just so they understand, just so y'all understand, the deal situation, the reason why I asked her about her deal is because I want y'all to know that shit don't really mean nothing. Even now, to this day, you're just signing into a contract, right? And in that particular contract, you're obliged to follow or lock into whatever, abide by those, whatever it is, 5 album, 4 album, whatever the situation
10
is.
albums, your life.
Whatever the situation is. Now, I just want you to talk about, just this is important. I just want you to talk about like the process with that. What was the agreement for you to do, and what actually happened, right? You went in under the contract. Obviously, you was young, 16, 17. You was excited. You got the deal. Def Jam, hottest record label in the industry at that time, at the peak of their career. They had DMX, Rockefeller, everybody.
Shit, we forgot about X.
Not forgetting about X. So they had everybody there. At the time you came in, they just signed you for a multi-million-dollar deal on 5 albums. Explain this deal for me, and just a little bit of details of this deal, right? What happened with this deal?
Nigga, we still trying to find out today.
Okay, what happened?
Everything happened so fast, you know. I literally went from a girl just rapping locally till the next week everybody in New York City knows my name. It was the wildest thing. And being on Def Jam, I won't say it's anybody's fault. It was a lot of faults. Like, I remember going to see Tina Davis. Shout out to Tina. She over at Empire now. And I would tell her, Tina, this shit is a mess. I need somebody to come in with a broom. So it's not like I was up there and unbeknownst to me, I don't know what's going on. Like, nah, I don't have any direction. Kevin Lyles wanted me to be boss of 2000. You know, I sat there, I wanted to make different music, but the guy who's cutting my check, I want to appease him as well, you know? So I didn't have any direction. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know left from right. I didn't know up from down, because I didn't have the fan base and the buzz that you come in the door now, you know, crazy, look, this is my music, these are my people, I'm fucking with you, I'm gonna make you even bigger now. Like, nah, it was like, who's the bitch rapping on the radio? All right, bitch, this is what you rapping about. You get what I'm saying? So it was totally different, and I didn't know what to do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I went to the studio with different people, different producers. I got charged, my budget got charged $55,000, $60,000 for beats I've never got. People were taking car service on my account, and it wasn't me. Like, I still got I still got the accounts, you know, that how much they were spending. But
you know what me and you gonna do? We're gonna get a lawyer. Me and you gonna get a lawyer.
Nah, let me tell you something. God is so dope.
After these motherfuckers.
Man, that shit's so far gone. The only reason why I'm talking about that shit because you brought it up. A real player don't even talk about that shit no more. Let me tell you something. I went through motherfucking hell. I went through the valley of the shadow of death. I went to jail. I went through all kind of stuff. And then God showed me that I was really locked up in the King's prison. You know what I'm saying? So it was like God held me, protected me. I'm light skinned. I still look good. Hey, I got all my teeth. You know what I'm saying? And what happened was, like, opportunity just came. So I had to go and grow to be who I am today. I had to go to jail because, not because I was wild, because I was wilding out. Sure. But at the same time, a couple of the most important lessons I ever learned was there. The crackhead asked me to rap for her when I was there, and I'm like, yeah, I got my gun, I get head, I got jewelry, I'm smoking weed, I'm getting drunk. Bars. And she's like, bars. And she's like, well, what about the kids? And I said, what everybody else says. Well, bitch, that's for the parents to raise them. You know, I'm telling what the people want to hear. But then on my bunk that night, I realized if she's in here, who's talking to her kids?
Right.
I'm getting head. I got the guns.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that is that helped me change my subject matter.
Right.
You know, just
happening today.
Right. So I mean, you know, just the situations that I've been through, it made me who I am today. And like I said, if anybody follows my journey, like if you ever want to know about life or whatever it is, and you have a chance, look at me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the music industry will never leave me alone. Every time I try to stop rapping, God will always send something. Like, Missy Elliott would DM me. Like, Missy would never know what she mean to me. In my darkest hours, in my crying in my closet, fully depressed, I get a DM from Missy Elliott, who I ain't seen in years. Look, I see you out there. Keep going. Or when you in the middle of hell and Nicki Minaj, who you never met in person, out of nowhere just starts showing you love. And it's just so many people who just show you love. And at the moment, they don't know I needed it. They just thinking that, hey, Luck, you know, I said, nah, like, my nigga, like, you carried me. You helped me through. Like, I can only be honest and be real. Like, I had some dark days. Right. When I said in my rhyme, decade of dark nights. Right. Real shit, you know. So then out of nowhere, it's like God said, "Oh, I forgot about you. Let me pull up on you," you know. So then it went from
Balls I-95 reaching out.
No, that was one of my blessings. But it was like I was supposed to do a TV show.
Crazy.
And they told me I'm not going to be on the TV show. And the day that they told me that, I was trying to get sad. Mm-hmm. Oh man, the opportunity's gone. And by the time I try to get low, I got another phone call. Hey, Luck, do you have music for the Housewives of Atlanta? What? Me and everybody on my Instagram, yo, nigga, send me some music, we lit. So now I opened it up because it was an opportunity for just me and my team. And we could have handled it. But I put up a post.
That's fire.
Every 2 weeks, like, who got music? No, it's been a headache sometimes.
No, but I'm saying, for you to open your opportunity up to the public.
That's all I do. If anybody who knows me, I give everything I have because I just know that my harvest,
that's why
when it does show up,
though, because people are not built like that.
But bruh, it is literally the carrot in front of the horse. Sometimes it's literally sometimes I really feel like I'm chasing something, and I'm like, what the fucking fuck? And then as soon as I start feeling like that, God be like, oh yeah, Chanel, yeah, here. You know what I mean? So it went from a situation of one TV show turning me down because the bitch I was with ain't shit. Fuck her. Try to steal that opportunity from me, you whack bitch. I'm coming for you too, ho.
We're not going into no personals.
Nah, but keep all that. But please. But you know, she tried to destroy that. She really destroyed it for herself. Because, bitch, you ain't got no storyline now. But anyway, it went from that to me in talks with networks to get my own show. Right. You know what I'm saying? It went from me doing that to having so many doors open in my favor. Like, bruh, it got lit, literally, because it was dark, literally. So I can't complain. You know what I mean?
I mean, to bring it back full circle, again, I gotta say the reason why we initially invited you the first time, like with all that stuff you had going on, and you didn't reach out. We reached out to you originally. I reached out to you for a reason because I seen all of that already, and you didn't really have to tell me. I just know you still here. The fact that you still here, I was like, yo, I gotta get her on the show. Like,
I can't take credit for it all, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, I gotta get her on the show to rap, interview, something, because she's
strip. You ain't asked me to strip.
We're not gonna ask her to strip, guys. But
why not?
Yeah, so it was like, yo, I have to get her on the show, and it's important because there's certain parts of your story that make sense to what we're doing. Because just like how you came in independently, no cosigns, you did it because straight. No politics. You did it because of skills. And you kind of reminded me of our story. Like, the way our platform is, we're independent. We're not, you see where you at. Mm-hmm. We're not in no radio
No, this
station.
looks good, though. I've done interviews in way less, trust me.
What I'm saying is, this is
you said where I just came from.
No, what I'm saying is, this is not a radio station. You know, like your regular radio station, these like Funk Flex is not to put names like Funk Flex Sway. They all in radio stations.
Let me tell you.
Shady Records.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth and let me tell you what I told my best friend today. We have been conditioned not to celebrate ourselves. Right. Low self-esteem is pushed on all of us. Right. Bruh, I want to tell you, as far as you've come, don't tell me about what you don't have. Tell me about. Well, hold on. Let me finish now, nigga. Let me finish now, motherfucker. what you do have.
Right.
This is a wonderful setup. I don't give a fuck about the details. I don't give a fuck about all your personal business.
Right.
I turn around, I see this. You open the door, everybody's here. Look at this location.
Right.
This is amazing. You know, people are doing this shit in their crib. People can't even do this. Bruh, this is an accomplishment.
Right.
So put your air in your chest.
No, I'm
I know you want more.
I was saying that to say it relates back to your story. It's an independent journey for us, right? We put on for ourselves. We put ourselves in a situation where we're able to do this. And it's
and this shit look good.
Right, and it's
you got
spectacular.
these cameras?
Right, it's spectacular. It's amazing, and we're putting on for the culture. We're doing something right for the culture. That's what I'm most proud of. But I say that to match and bring it back to your story. Your story is unique because when you did get that shine, you could have easily latched onto your family background. You have a crazy.
They got a bad background.
No. The music.
Nah, let me tell you something. I didn't tell.
When you was 5 years old.
Yo, no, 5. That's cool. No, they didn't sign me. No,
what I'm saying is,
Sylvia never signed me.
Between that years, you could have tried to latch on to them though.
I mean, I guess it wasn't meant to be or whatever.
Right.
I guess I take this cup away from me. I saw what it did to my father. And my father latched on to them. My father's a rapper.
Right.
You know, and shit, man, this is crazy.
Though,
you gave me some Patron. I can only be honest. That's all I can be.
Though,
I don't know how to lie. Excuse me.
Though, man.
They were, but they weren't. I don't understand it. Like they did big. They did Sugar Hill, but they didn't sign Kumo D. They didn't sign LL Cool J.
They still
Like
was Sugar Hill though.
Yeah, but you not listening. They didn't want to go on like how Def Jam did,
right.
How Bad Boy did, how certain things like they took their moment.
Do your research on Sugar Hill, please.
Yeah, they did their moment. First rap label, they did their moment, and then they let it go. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they signed New Style. They let New Style go, and New Style became Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature, right.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like, and I wasn't around for that.
What was Genuine original? What was his name?
Elgin. Elgin is his real name.
Elgin, man. That's anyway. So fuck it. That's hip hop.
Now my cousin used to throw big barbecues. And I remember being there, and Missy Elliott came there before she blew up. Elgin came there before she blew up. Like
you could have latched on to that though, man.
I ain't never been a dick rider, because if I was, I'd be farther than I am.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait a minute.
You understand what I'm saying?
Is that what's happening?
You see what I'm saying?
This lesbian shit, I gotta give it up.
Listen.
Gotta give it up.
Listen, you see what I'm saying?
It's over.
This is what I'm talking about, though. You didn't have to latch on to none of that.
I should have.
You could have. You could have.
God damn it.
Right, you could have. But you took you had pride.
Nah, not even pride.
You had, like my man did say, you had balls. You had, like, pause. You got balls. Like, you kept your pride.
Nah, it wasn't that. I'm going to be honest with you.
And you.
I'll be honest with you. Let me be honest with you. There was a point in time where do not mention Sugar Hill.
Why?
They have screwed so many people over.
Oh, shit.
And they have done so many people wrong, and they had a bad taste in everybody's mouth, pause, where I was on Def Jam and they was like, do not mention them. Right. My cousin, he's an actor, he went to a audition, and he got through 3 auditions. It was like, yes, the next time I'm on there. So they asked him for some strange reason, well, are you related to anybody famous or yada, yada, yada. He mentioned my family. They never called that nigga again. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, there was a certain time. So if I was going to stand, I had to stand on my own. And then when they got the show from Bravo, I'm like, cousin!
You ain't shit, yo.
Family! Woo-woo!
Nah, but back to what I was saying, though. It's an independent platform. We relate to your story. Because
I'm sorry. You know what? I had a big dick and balls, like you saying, when I got a deal on my fucking own.
Right.
Sylvia ain't never signed me, kept promising to sign me. R.I.P. I love you. Legend, icon, all that fucking shit. You didn't sign me, and I went to Def Jam and did it on my own.
Right. And that's again, it relates back to our
They
platform.
robbed me. Go ahead.
And that's why it was important for me to get you on the show.
I love you, bro.
And it's important, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And everything you just said tonight, I hope somebody's out there right now. I hope a lot of the artists that's listening, the bar spitters, because she came up on some bar shit.
Don't give up.
The bar spitters and all the ones that's really rapping. Understand, like, learn from people, like the stories that she's giving you, the testimonials that she's saying, everything that she's communicating with y'all. Get it, take it, run with it, do what you need to do. Now, I just gotta ask you one question, but I always ask my guests. Ask you 2 questions, right?
Blue.
I gotta ask you 2 questions. 2 questions.
I'm listening.
Who's your top 5 rappers?
I don't play that game. I don't play that game because It's just like I can't pick my top 5 dishes, foods I want. Like, I appreciate people and their creativity and what they bring. Like, I hate when people compare Biggie and Tupac. That's night and day.
Okay.
Tupac wasn't metaphor. Tupac spoke from... I had a dream when I was 16. And they walked in my room, Biggie and Tupac, all white, and and Tupac said, "Wake up, punk ass up." And Pac told me, Biggie didn't speak in his dream, and Tupac told me that there's only 2 ways to write. You either write from your heart, and you have to put your imagination behind it. No. You know what I mean? You use your imagination and put your heart behind it so people believe you. If you're gonna rap from the heart, first you gotta have one. Then you put your imagination behind that. And that dream explained how both of those two rap. So Biggie talked that street shit and a lot of the shit he knew, but of course he put his imagination behind it and his heart was behind it, pause, so you believed it.
Right.
Tupac rapped from the heart
Yeah.
and put some imagination behind it so you believe it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, it's 2 different ways to approach the thing. So like, I don't do the top 5 thing because everybody brings something different to me.
You know what's crazy? I knew you was gonna do that, right?
You gonna make me.
I had a rebuttal for you, right?
Okay,
I had a
damn,
rebuttal,
he's a
right?
fucking psychic,
Right,
Sagittarius.
I have a thing, right? I'm gonna start it with you, right? And you gotta answer, right?
All right,
You
shit.
have to answer, right? It's called start, cut, and bench.
Okay.
Right? You gotta start somebody, you gotta cut somebody, and you gotta bench somebody. We're not talking about top 5 now because you don't gotta choose the top 5.
All right.
But you gotta start somebody.
Royce the 5'9"
No,
is starting.
hold on. We gotta start somebody, we gotta cut somebody, we gotta put
All right.
put somebody on the bench.
Okay.
Biggie, Pac, and Jay-Z. You gotta cut somebody, you gotta start somebody, you gotta bench somebody.
I gotta go, actually.
No, you don't.
My phone just alerted me.
No, it didn't.
Iran is not too far from where we are right now. Damn. So why'd you have to do those 3? I don't. You can't put somebody else in there.
No. It makes it too easy.
Who are the 3 people?
You got
Oh, this is gonna
Hov,
hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Big, and Pac. Gotta
Hov,
cut
Big, and
one,
Pac.
bench one, and start one. Who starts? Who's for sure started? You wake up in the morning,
Pac.
night, day. Pac start.
Pac.
Who
Pac
you-
got start. Pac got start. Pac got start.
Okay, who's been? I would put Pac, by the way.
Yeah,
I
Pac. Pac. And
So
can I
who-
explain why? At the end. At the end. At the end, I'll explain why.
Who's benched?
Jay.
You cutting Biggie?
These are the only What are you doing? What are you doing? You gonna cut Jay? The fuck? Jay is still here. It's been like 35 years. What are you talking about?
Biggie.
No. Let me tell you why. Of course, Biggie, he didn't get a chance to put out that much body of work. But to be honest with you, and I can only be honest with you, in my opinion, how Chanel Jones feels. That's me, Lady Luck. I picked Tupac because his subject matter
Right, fire.
ranged
All over.
from exactly
Everywhere.
how I feel. Keep your head up.
Yeah.
Black power, but bitches, we fucking tonight.
Facts.
Me all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
Jay is on the bench. He's gonna get in the game because Jay has you didn't give me much of a choice. Jay
Right.
has such longevity.
Right.
He's held the game down.
Right.
And to be honest with you,
Fair enough.
Except 444. I have every Jay-Z album. I'm not gonna lie, Jay 444. You know, I hear you, Jay. I know what you're trying to do. That's my sugar daddy calling. But yeah, fuck
fuck
y'all,
with- I
okay?
fuck
Can you
with-
imagine a white man want
Listen,
my ass?
I
But
fuck with
no,
444.
and then the reason why I cut Big, and again, he was so young, he was only 24, and he wasn't able to put out as much of a body of language, and nobody's influenced me more than Biggie. And Google my story when I met Biggie on April Fool's Day. But if I had to pick between the 3, Pac would start just because of the revolutionist that he was and what he meant and his message
He's a
for
ray
our
of
people, and that's why they had to take
coverage.
him out of here.
Right.
I don't know, Bench or Biggie and Jay, it's a coin toss between them because, like, to be honest, and I love them. Don't
Right.
get it fucked up. But what I'm saying
That's
is
why I
just
told you,
that
I
their
know
subject matter was a little limited. That's
Right.
it. Don't shoot me. I remember I said Eminem was a better rapper than Biggie. Niggas
Yeah,
they trying to kill me.
I'm glad you didn't say that on the show. Jesus.
Well,
My God.
Eminem,
There you go.
and I
Here
will
she
stand
goes.
by
Here
it.
she
I will
goes.
stand by it because
Yeah,
and the
don't
reason why.
start that. Please don't
No,
start
no.
that
Let me
shit
tell you
on
why.
the show,
If you
man.
were on the
Jesus.
train and you found 2 notebooks, pause. If you're on the train, won't pause. If you were on the bus, okay, and you found 2 notebooks, you found a Biggie notebook and an Eminem notebook. Eminem's he mastered the English language. But to save myself, Royce the 5'9" is better than Eminem. So if you ask me who's the #1 nigga out,
Shout out to Royce, man.
That's it.
Shout out to Royce. Gonna get him on the show soon. But
That's my guy.
Shout out to Royce, man.
That's my guy.
Lady Luck.
Am I out of here?
I appreciate you.
Get me
coming
drunk
out
and then
here.
toss me out?
You know.
Bullshit.
You know, it's all
There's a
love.
strip club around here?
It's all love.
I
You know
got
what I'm saying?
$8 for them bitches.
I got like $5.
Yo, you my man. What's shine to you?
Listen, I got $5 on me. You got 8. I got 5.
We got $13.
$13. You lit. Lady Luck, appreciate you making it down to the show.
Make sure y'all follow your girl
That's
at
a
I Am
fact.
Lady Luck. I don't know where I'm at. Am I here? Shout out to all the Sagittarius in the building.
That's a
I
fact.
appreciate y'all letting your girl come through at I Am Lady Luck on everything from MySpace, Mahente, Instagram, wherever you want to meet me at. Boom, I'm there. And ladies, stay away from me. I am no longer gay. I want a man to take care of me now, okay? I'm tired of taking care of you bitches, okay? He don't want me, but whoever do, slide in the DM.
She's lying. Slide. Continue to slide in her DMs.
Fine, fuck
okay?
it, I'll take you off.
She's
People tell me,
lying.
I'm so confused. I dress like a pretty man. I said, bitch, I'm Prince.
We out of here.